everybody, we are going to be learning how to add 3-digit numbers today without regrouping and then some with regrouping. Make sure to watch to the end of the video because the part with regrouping where we carry the 1 is going to be the most important part of the video. We're going to start out nice and easy with this problem right here. I would encourage you to go get a piece of paper and a pencil right now. Go ahead and pause the video because I would like for you to follow along with me. Write this problem down. Do you notice how neat my numbers are and how lined up I have my ones place, my tens place, and my hundreds place? That's because in adding, you have got to be organized and you have got to make sure those places are lined up. If they are not lined up, you're going to get out of whack and you're going to get the wrong answer. Let's start easy in our ones place. 2 plus 1. If I put 2 in my head and count up 1, 2, 3 is going to be that answer there. Next, if I have 2 plus 6, if I put 6 in my head and count up 2, 6, 7, 8, my answer is going to be 8. And then 5 plus 4, if I put 5 in my head and count up 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. My number is going to be 9 there. So my sum, which is the answer to an adding problem, is 983. Notice how I did not have to carry any ones here. That's because this problem is without regrouping. I don't have to regroup at all. This is what we call an easy problem. So we're going to slide on over to another one just like it that does not have regrouping. We are going to start in the ones place. 4 plus 3. If I put 4 in my head and count up 3, go ahead and figure that out on your own. If you said 7, you are correct. Next, we're going to add our tens. 0 plus 9. What is 9 plus 0? If you're adding a number plus 0, 0 doesn't change it at all because 0 is worth nothing. So the answer is going to be 9. And then 8 plus 4. Put 8 in your head and count up 4. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The problem with 12 is that it is a 2-digit number and we cannot put 2 digits in the hundreds place. So this is what we're going to do. 12, the 2 is going to go in the hundreds place, but since there's nowhere to carry the 1 over here, we're just going to also bring the 1 straight down. So you're just going to write 12 right there. 1 in the thousands place, a 2 in the hundreds place. 1,297. In a minute, you're going to see how if we had gotten 12 in the ones place, we would have carried the 1 over to the tens. So that's exciting. That's coming up next. We're going to try one more without regrouping. Go ahead, pause this video, write this number down on your paper, and then let's do it together. 2 plus 7. Let's put 7 in our head and count up 2. 7, 8, 9, 5 plus 1. We should all know that 1 more than 5 would just be 6. And then 8 plus 6. This is actually a little bit of a harder one, so go ahead and put 8 in your head. That's the biggest number, and count up 6. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, one more, 14. We're going to write 14 like this and put a comma there. The reason why I'm able to write 14 here is because I cannot carry the 1 over to anywhere. If I carried the plus 1 over here to the thousands place, it would be like there's nothing in the thousands place here or here, so it would just drop straight down anyway. So that's why I can just write 14 there. I'm not putting 14 in the hundreds place. I'm putting a 1 in the thousands and a 4 in the hundreds. So let's slide on over and let's talk about some problems that actually have regrouping in them. Regrouping is when you have a double-digit answer that cannot fit in one place because the rule is that we can only have 1 digit living in one place at a time. Our digits are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We learned that way back in Unit 1. So when we are adding, if we get a number that is too big to fit here, then we're going to have to carry the 1 over to the next place. So let's look at this. 3 plus 6. 6 plus 3, let's put 6 in our head and count up 3. 6, 7, 8, 9. I do not have to regroup here because that is a single digit and that fits just fine. Now, this problem right here in the tens, 8 plus 9, that's what's going to have a little bit of a problem. Okay, let's look at it. Let's do 9 plus 8. Put 9 in your head and count up 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, one more, 17. The problem is I cannot write the number 17 in the tens place because 17 is a 2-digit number. So I'm going to take the 7 that's in the ones right there and put it down here. And I'm going to take the 1 and carry it to the next place over, which would be the hundreds place, okay? So instead of writing 17 right here, because I can't, I'm going to go ahead and slide the 1 over to the hundreds place and then add all of these numbers together to get the answer over here, okay? So let's add these numbers together. 1 plus 4, what's 1 more than 4, guys, is 5. Good. Now we're going to do 5 plus 7. Put 7 in your head, count up 5. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going to write 12 here. The reason why I don't have to carry the plus 1 over to the thousands place is because there's nothing over here, okay? It'd be like 1 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0. It would just end up as a 1 anyway. So you can just go ahead, if you're on your last row, you can actually just bring the 1 straight down and put it right here in the thousands place. Don't forget your comma, okay? Let's try another one with regrouping. We have 598 plus 462. Go ahead, pause the video, go write this number down, and let's add starting in the ones place. Now, we're going to have multiple times where we have to carry the 1 in this number. That is okay. You can do it more than once. So watch what I mean by that. 8 plus 2. Let's add that together. 8 in our heads plus 2. 8, 9, 10. I cannot write 10 in the ones place because it's a double-digit number. So I'm going to put the 0 in the ones and carry the 1 over here to be a plus 1 in the tens. It always just goes right over to the next door neighbor, okay? We're not going to be skipping the 1 all the way over to the hundreds. No, it goes right next door, so that way we can kind of keep the 10 together. Now we're going to add the tens column. 1 plus 9 plus 6. 1 plus 9 is 10, and 10 plus 6 is 16. We're going to separate 16 because we cannot put 16 down here. We can't. 16 is a 2-digit number. So if I have the number 16, I'm going to put the 6 down and carry the 1 over here. You're always going to carry the 1, okay? You're carrying the number that's in the tens place over, basically, to the next place. So 1 plus 5 is 6. Now it's 6 plus 4. 6 in our heads plus 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to write a 10 right here in our comma. Remember, the 1 would have just, if we had moved the 1 over to the thousands place, there's nothing in the thousands place to add the 1 to, so we just drop the 1 straight down here. 1,060 is our answer. Let's try one more together before moving on to our word problems. Let's start in our ones place. 8 plus 7. If we put 8 in our heads and count up 7, I want you to try to figure this out on your own. Go ahead, pause the video if you need to. Put 8 in your head and count up 7. What is your answer there? 8 plus 7. If you said 15, you are correct. You'd be putting 8 in your head, counting up 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I cannot put 15 in the ones place. So I have to separate the 1 and the 5. The 5 is going to go here, and we're going to carry the plus 1. Remember, you're going to carry the 1 every time. 1 plus 4 is, what's 1 more than 4? 5, good. And 5 plus 6, if we put 6 in our head and count up 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We cannot put 11 there, so we have to put one of the ones down here and carry the other plus 1 to the hundreds place. 1 plus 3 plus 2. 1 plus 3 is 4, and 4 plus 2 is 6. The most important thing to remember